glorious day. If you have been able to put together from the title of the stream, it's a very, very big day. Well, it's not a big day. It's just it's a day I've been waiting for a while, because a game that I've been waiting for quite some time has come out. A game that goes by the name of Scorn. It's actually currently loading on my Steam. It's not installed yet, so I'm just going to play some of this game called the Complex. It's about the Backrooms, I believe, so I'm just going to do a little bit of that until the game loads. Shouldn't take too long. You just give me a minute, and it's going to let people know what's going on. I don't usually do gameplay streams. I don't really like the idea, but I figured, what the hey, we'll do it anyway. I hope all this is coming in okie dokie. Alright, let's wait no more time, let's get into the Complex. It's weird, the main menu doesn't have any controller support, but I booted it up last night and I realized that there was controller support. It's not even listed on the Steam page, I don't believe. And an easy way to win me over with a Steam title, be it AAA or indie, is put controller support in, because I hate using mouse and keyboard 9 times out of 10. But big thank you to anyone who's been patient with me regarding my content. I took my little hiatus, and I'm back for now. I'm working on Spooky Bowl. The map is completed. I'm very proud of it. It's a modded map, and yeah, it's a little bit more janky than I remember it being last night. But for any of you who like the Backrooms lore, probably test this game out. One thing I like about this as well is that you move around the camera really quickly. You get that kind of visual tearing that you'd get on old camcorders, or even early ones in the 2000s, you know. I believe I can sprint. I can't sprint. The sensitivity is really high though, and I don't think you can change it. No. I mean, I'm sure it'd be fine just to, you know, do it on mouse, but I really like doing first-person stuff on controller. You can kind of, so this is going to be pool rooms. There's going to be a big blue pool here. Oh no. And there's a zoom in button as well, because this is all on the POV of a camera, right? Because if you're familiar with the Backrooms, you can kind of have your own little, how do I say this, bingo card of all the places you'll see. Because obviously this is the classic one with the yellow rooms with the sterile fluorescent lights. Then you'll have that room, you know, inside the hotel where it has that big kind of exterior looking courtroom, but it's all indoors. The pool rooms, which is the white tiles with the blue pool, we're probably going to see that at some point. You know, all the classics. Oh, that's cool. If you run, there's like this kind of what is it? You describe it as the wind on the mic kind of effect. I like that. I'm just gonna pull up my stream just to see what the health of the actual stream is like. All right. Well, the stream looks fine. Yeah. I mean, there's probably gonna be not much people watching the stream, but it saves me the time of going through and editing a gameplay video. I mean, I could probably do what a lot of people do and just edit the best parts, but I think at least with a game like the Backrooms, you'd want to see it's in a full experience, because it's not so much about the best parts, but it's also the kind of eerie parts where nothing's happening, because a lot of this kind of media is built off tension and the lack of things happening. I mean, it's Backrooms, it's just empty rooms. I don't know if you've seen Kane Pixels. He's done a lot of short films of the Backrooms. I've only watched the first one, but I was blown away. And he's kind of built his own kind of culture or lore around the Backrooms as well, which is really cool. He's kind of taken the concept and ran with it. Not unlike how Troy Wagner and the folks at Marble Hornets did their own thing. There was a game like this a few years ago called, I think it was called September 1999 or something. It seemed like just a proof of concept or something. See, and this is why I think it's good to include the whole game and not just put in the best parts. When you come to a corner like this, you kind of, how do I say this? Something in your brain tells you something's going to pop up around the corner or something, and just the tension of slowly walking up to it is enough to, well, that doesn't make me feel much better. Oh, Jesus. Can I just come back to that? I have a feeling if I go down that hallway, I'm just going to hear, "Can't let you do that, David." That September 1999 game seemed to be just a proof of concept. It was just a kind of this hallway with some crying noise that you would walk around. If I was to describe it, it'd be kind of halfway between this and PT. Oh, Christ of Almighty, I still haven't played PT. I know some people, you can get like a version of it somewhere for the PS4. Obviously I don't have a PS4. From what I saw of PT though, I didn't want to watch too much of it because it's something I kind of wanted to experience for myself. But PT just seemed to be a total masterpiece. It seems like almost every first-person survival game from that point onwards was just molded by that, you know. Oh, this looks cool. You can take so many screenshots from this game. The lighting is great. Oh, look at that! If you look up into the lights, you have all the dust particles on the camera. Terrific stuff. Really, really great stuff. Oh yeah, there was that game that was on. I think IGN featured it. Oh, sorry. Hey Power. I just saw a comment there from Power Gaming U. What do I think of the Exorcism of Emily Rose? I know the movie. I haven't watched it though. I haven't watched any Exorcism movies. I could watch it though. I have a little list that I do up for Halloween every year, so I could probably watch that this year. The Exorcism. I haven't watched Exorcism of Emily Rose. I will watch The Exorcism of Emily Rose. But yeah, that September 1999 game, you know, you pay 20-30 minutes and you kind of get bored of it. I'm hoping there's maybe something else going on here. I think it's unlikely there'll be anything for me to interact with. God, I don't know where that's going to take me. There's no flashlight or anything. Oh, sorry. The thing I was talking about was that game on IGN. Someone had done this first-person game that is based on the body cam that police officers or SWAT teams or some armed forces have. So it has that fisheye effect, but it's digitized a little bit, and I think there's one set of controls for the camera and another for the gun, and it just looks stunning. There's no crouch button in this, I don't think. No, it's just zoom in and look around. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I love the visual clipping and everything. It's awesome. One thing that people do make a really good effort with as well is the the backrooms on VR chat. Nice. Can I turn those on or off? No. I mean, that's the cool thing. If you're ever making any kind of media that's um, backrooms inspired, you can kind of do a bunch of empty rooms like this, and you're good to go. You know, you're set. I'm sure you'd have some dismissive people saying it's unimaginative, but I think there's a lot of character in making stuff like this anyway. You know. I don't think there's any kind of meter for the sprint. I think you can just sprint forever, which is good. If you kind of want to. I think the other thing as well is when you're doing anything that's backrooms inspired, you have to be careful to not go too far into, like, if you wanted to make a game and you wanted to put in objectives or anything, after a while, actually not after long, you'd have to start putting in your own lore. And how much lore do you put in before people start, you know, going, well, you're going to, like, with Marble Hornets, they had to put their own stuff onto it. Everyman Hybrid put their own stuff onto it. Or I know that Tribe 12 did, or not Emily Anderson, Dark Harvest did. I'm guessing this is the old shopping mall kind of thing. And a lot of the back room seems to be kind of shopping mall inspired. Give me a second there now. I just realized something. There we go. I wonder if this map is actually, you know, representative of what I'm in. Doesn't seem like there's any. Oh, Sears, Macy's. So wasn't the idea that the back rooms was a cleared out Macy's or something? A department store of sorts? I don't know. I forgot to go to that red room, but we'll see what's here. Hopefully there's not a... Oh, it's just stairs. Oh! You'll have the carpeted stairs. My character slowed down actually going down the stairs. Obviously we're going down into a dark area, which makes me feel great about myself. Okay, we're good. Back into the light. They should do that thing where it just brings you around in a loop of stairs. That would be cool. Tiles. Whenever I see tiles, I think of pool rooms. But oh, it's going to be... I think it's going to be a kids' room. It's going to have a bunch of kids' slides and stuff. So, water being reflected. Oh, this looks super like pools. Oh, is this a basement? We're kind of back in the Macy's, it looks like. Oh wow, that's neat. I think another part of the pool rooms is all these kind of left of field architectural choices. But when you think about the textures and stuff that they would use for Macy's, all that ornate stuff, you have all these weird kind of layouts for rooms and stuff. Even with these pool stuff, you'd have in some swimming pools you'd have pools and railings in weird places. And the thing about a lot of the back rooms is that a lot of it's North American kind of layouts and stuff that you wouldn't get here, but all the pool stuff you would get, in Ireland and Europe as well. This looks a bit new. Whoa. This room is sloped a little bit. Of course, can't open any of the doors. I don't believe I came this way. Oh, this looks just like PT. It's great. I think it would only be fair to PT with this. Okay, so there's a little bit of a noise starting to build up, and that's like a TV. And it's making me a little bit unnerved. Oh, the pool rooms have to be in there. Oh yeah, that was the other thing about the back rooms. They say it's like an empty art gallery with a low ceiling. Okay, I won't lie, that gave me the heebie-jeebies. Christ. It's just a headless statue. It looks great though. Like, say what you want about the textures, but the lighting is, it's full on 10 on 10s. Bum 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 bum. Footlight. That's a casting couch if I've ever seen it. Oh! Oh! Oh, I can see the courtyard thing. Why can't I look at it? That's the other thing about Backrooms. It was empty shopping malls, empty art galleries, and empty hotels. Oh. Oh. There it is. There's the courtroom. Someone actually found that in real life as well. I don't think anyone ever put together where the original Backrooms picture of the yellow walls and stuff came from. Oh, I remember this bit. This bit's taken directly from Kane Pixels. It's just that maw. Can I walk off the edge? No, I can't. I think this was some of the lore that Kane put in himself that I absolutely love. This big industrial complex or whatever. I love it. Even images like this are just so iconic, How is Scorn not even halfway loaded? What are we on with that? I know I'm streaming, so it's probably gonna stifle a little bit, but I just gotta see what percentage we're on. Download queued. Download, please. Oh, it stopped downloading. My bad. It's only 14 gigs. It's not that big. I feel like if the Backrooms had come around maybe 10 years earlier, or if Slenderman came 10 years after, you could have easily put together Slenderman would be the mascot for this place, because the kind of how do you say this? The mundane design of the Backrooms would be too out of place with just a guy in a suit. Especially when you consider the blank face and stuff. He could just be a mannequin, and you would probably see a bunch of mannequins in Macy's, Oh, these are like a little pool rooms, see? A little bit of water, white tiles. I was expecting blue water. There's kind of I'm sure most of you noticed, but there's kind of a subsection of the Backrooms community or whatever that kind of intersects with vaporwave people, because it's all about nostalgia for what the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Ah, see, the room was a little bit off. Oh, give me a second or not. Let's see how this download is going. Let's see how many streams do. Okay. Okay. I'm going into that red room and I'm gonna die. It's fine. So I'm holding down the sprint right now, but you can't sprint upstairs for whatever reason. I know this is very tension building. Okay, so I think that red room was just around the corner from here. Okay, fuck. I actually forget how to get there. Can't be too far away. I don't think there's much more that I haven't explored, you know. This game would be great in VR though. The light gets a little more orange tinted, you know. The more you traverse through certain parts, sometimes the light is kind of whiter, sometimes it's yellowish. There's all these crawl spaces that I don't think you can crouch. Oops. This looks nice. Oh. Get your switches there. Oh. Neat. I cannot see any of that. Oh. I think there was a whole thing on VR chat about empty Kmarts as well. The sound design is great though. I was trying to describe pool rooms to my friend the other day. I wasn't sure how exactly you describe it, you know. Because a degree of it is cultural reference, right? If no one has any reference for this kind of like if you've never been to, I don't know, North America, if you've never been to most parts of the Western world, you're not gonna have a reference for a lot of this kind of stuff, you know. Library in a shopping mall. These stairs again. There's always a shit with a dark corridor with a light at the end. I'm now starting to believe that there has to be some kind of crouch button, because I've encountered way too many of these crawl spaces for there not to be a button that does it. So I'm just gonna go to the keyboard and find a button that does it. Y U I Q P L K J H G F D S A Z X C. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. There's nothing in the settings, and there's no kind of controls page. So we shall ascend again. So yeah, I'm gonna do Spooky Bowl tonight with D27 Shigu, and may the best player win. Even though I plan to. And then hopefully the video will be out by the end of this month. Namely Halloween, right? Spooky Bowl. If I put it on Halloween, it won't be a Wednesday upload, but whatever. I don't think anyone has a problem with getting 2 videos in 1 week. I don't know how far I am into this in terms of, is there much left for me to see? Oh, a giant lamp. Oh. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if it's the camera's perspective, or if that doorway was actually off. There's a lot in this. Or at least it appears there is anyway, you know. I'm just trying to see everything by the time scoring is finished, you know. God, it goes on forever. Could you imagine actually being stuck here? Oh, wow. The frozen food section, I'm guessing. Freshly frozen foods. That looks great. In some ways, you'd wonder, you know, is there going to be more work done in it? Are they going to finish the game or whatever? But then, at the same time, it's also kind of good as it is. I can hear crickets. That was a 4-legged creature. It's actually just a table. You have to be careful putting furniture and backroom stuff, because in some ways it could almost take away from it, you know. Is this where I started? I'm kind of running aimlessly, and there was some cool stuff there I think I'm missing. On one hand, I'd love to get a map of this game. But on the other hand, the mystery's good as well, you know? I'm almost certain this is where I started. And I'm lost. There was some stuff there with blue lights and I should have ran back towards it. Shit. Okay, we're just gonna run back to there. You hear that? Just proper creepy. I'm sure if I run towards whatever that noise is, I'll be fine. Or maybe it just builds up over time, I don't know. It's hard to know what noises you should be moving towards because you have this kind of Doppler effect. I'm playing with headphones, right? So there's a bit of Doppler effect going on. I do plan to make some Backrooms inspired stuff when Forge comes out for Halo Infinite, though. I know someone else has done it, but I don't think all of it's been covered. I don't think a lot of it would necessarily pull well with Halo people because you know they'd want the objectives and all this kind of, I don't know, crazy game mechanics stuff. I'm not really good at forging stuff, but I like creating spaces that kind of evoke a mood or something. Or something that's just good for... shit, if it bleeds, we can kill it. See, I think that kind of goes in with the lore. Actually, do you know what? I think that might be a reference to Kane Pixel's video, maybe? With the police investigating the back rooms and then getting caught in here. Can I go through this? Nice. I like all the narrow passageways. Oh look, great. See, maybe I didn't need to crawl. Maybe I just had to walk around into stuff. This is nice. And even the walking sound effects change too, which I like. Oh yeah, just I've been to a lot of art galleries. This does not look too different. Looks great though. I'd love to see an art exhibit on the back rooms. Just did an exhibit. Oh, sorry for the response. Machinima Wen. Backrooms Machinima Wen. Hey Buck. I haven't talked to you in a while, Buck. I hope you're doing well. Power. Sorry for the late response. I've heard about the movie while reading Annalise Michael, but I have not seen it yet. Well, I'm guessing you're talking about the exorcism of Emily Rose in regards to Annalise Michael. I don't know. Those movies don't appeal to me too much, which sounds like a cope from someone who's too scared to see them, but my whole thing is I like unexplained creepiness, just like the Backrooms, you know? Oh, actually, Buck, there are people who have done machinima on the Backrooms. One or two people, smaller content creators. If I knew their names, I'd shout them out. I don't know if a Backrooms machinima would be very good. I feel like Red vs. Blue had this whole bit about... Yeah, it was about fuck. It's about church going to limbo or something. And isn't that what Backrooms is supposed to be? It's supposed to be kind of like a limbo place. Scoring is on 6%. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna give this maybe 4 or 5 more minutes. In fairness, I am streaming, so it's gonna take a while. I might, I'm sure there's people who may have come to the stream seeing Scorn in the title and then noticing that this is not Scorn. I'm also really hungry. Oh, yeah. So I have come full circle. So I've seen, I think, the majority of what I would need to see. I love this. It's great. A Backrooms GTA 5 machinima before. I believe it. GTA 5 has really good tools for machinima, especially that editor mode, but also all the modding capabilities I've seen in that have just been amazing. I was working on a video last night and I saw that someone had gotten Mudahar from Some Ordinary Game Nerds and turned him into like a model, and it looked decent. It looked decent. Um, I've kind of thought about making a GTA machinima, but I wouldn't want to just use the GTA editor that a lot of other people use. I'd want to kind of take it a step farther. That's kind of what I do with the Halo machinima. I don't, where I can, I don't just use the base game. I try to avail of mods or some other external tool. Oh, I want to find that red room. Before I clock out of this, I gotta find the red room. I've got factory stickers, even though it's on, what is it, carpet? Christ. I'm surprised it didn't have any section with some crappy elevator music or something, because that's something that a lot of people associate with the Backrooms as well, you know? I mean, the hissing of, or the buzzing of fluorescent lights is an obvious one, but I think so long as you're careful and you don't go too far with screams or anything, you know, cringy, you can pull it off, I think. Oh, it can't be far, because we're close to doing another loop. I need to shout out the creator of this, because they've done a fantastic job, they really have. I guess I'd like if there was interactive stuff to do here, but at the same time, just walking around is kind of enough, you know? And I'm glad there's none of this stuff about, you know, looking down, seeing your arms and legs, because I think the more vague you keep it, the more people can just kind of imagine themselves in here. I'm trying to find this goddamn red room. You know, a good way of finding out how I got there would be just watch back the VOD, but I don't think that would be very stimulating viewing. Was it down here? I don't know if it was down here. They really shouldn't have taken away sprinting, or they should have given sprinting on stairs, you know? Oh. Scoring's coming up to 10% now, so it's moving a little faster. I think this stream's on 14 minutes. If I don't find that red room by the time we hit an hour, I'll probably end the stream if scoring's not done. Let scoring finish and then I'll come back. Oh, I think this is it. I'm almost certain this is it. Shit. That was wrong. Oh, all the carpet marks and everything. That's great. Kind of add your own little kind of vibe to it by shaking the camera as you run, you know? So now I'm just going to run into all these dark corridors and hoping that I get to where I want to be. I have a very strong feeling that nothing's going to jump out and kill me, so... Mother of God. Where is it? I'd be triggered if I found out that the rooms were shifting. And that this red room is either no longer available to me or if it's been moved to another part of the map. It's unlikely, but you know. Especially when you don't have any enemy AI trying to kill me. You can fuck with people by just moving the layout around. Yeah, I am running around aimlessly, but I'm hoping that I'll get to this with the red light. The red light district. I remember it was at a corner and the corner turned to the right. I don't know if you saw that. That scared the fucking shit out of me, whatever it was. It's like really scary. Oh, if this has the same creature from Kane Pixel's videos, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Something peeked around the corner and I hated it. Now I don't want to go down any corner. Oh. This game has lured me to a false sense of security. Now I'm super paranoid. And I was going to say earlier that it would be cool that even if there wasn't something that was hunting me, the idea of having something just peeking out of corners and stuff that you could never interact with would be bad enough. And I think that might be the case. But it waited 45 minutes before it popped up. Or maybe I just didn't notice it before, I don't know. That was... I don't think scoring's going to be that scary. I think it's just supposed to be kind of body horror and stuff. Stuff that does not suit me, but whatever. I think after a while you get your layout of the place, it could become a little bit boring. I mean that, whatever that peeking thing was, definitely woke me up a little bit. Made it a little bit more interesting. This looks new. I'm super paranoid now. The green sterile light is nice. So this is the thing that I don't like. I'm now imagining seeing things in the corners. And the cool thing is, I know I didn't imagine the last thing because it's on the bot. So rather than interacting with objects and progress that way, I think it's just a matter of going into the right spots in the right order or something. That's what I think anyway. So that would trigger certain events and stuff. This looks kind of new. I think if you're one of those people who does find the idea of the back room scary, this kind of does a good job because it's so easy to get lost in. Okay. I want to get to where that is. I was sure I was able to go out and around into that red room. I'm going circles. Shit. I mean, if there was any, if it was like the Kane Pixels short, and it was had that creature chasing me, it wouldn't be overly fun because there wouldn't be too many places to run to. I want to get into that red room. But rub up against these walls for a stupid passageway. I won't lie, I'm getting a little bit frustrated. Or impatient, I guess, I don't know. Mostly at myself because I never went into that red light room early because I completely chickened out of it. And now I'm kind of worried that I won't be able to go back to that red room or that red light room that I missed out on. Oh. I think I've been in here before. Been in there. I know this is thrilling to watch, but I just want to find out one last place, and then I'm okay with calling it a day with this. I'm gonna speed run my way through this. Oh god. I just want to find the red room. There's no markers or anything to kind of tell you when you're in. Oh! My main man Marrow, the Flesh Valley. You've joined me in the middle of a stream where I'm waiting for Scorn to finish. And Scorn is currently installing on my Steam. While doing that, I'm playing this game called The Complex. It's kind of like a Backrooms inspired meme. And I've seen most of the map, but I'm trying to get to this one red room that I kind of pussied out of going to earlier. But I hope you're doing well, buddy. Scorn's on 12%. So if I don't find this fabled room the next 5 minutes, I'm going to probably end this stream Wait for scoring to finish and come back in maybe an hour or something. Jesus Christ, this game looks disturbingly realistic. Also scores out now. Like full game or demo? Full game's out. Full game is out today. I pre-purchased it there last week. And yeah, I'm very excited. It's not a very big game. Yeah, this game looks great. Like when you think about like the realism, like if you just jostle the camera around, you get all this kind of clipping that you'd get on VHS cameras. If you get the camera, look at the light, you get these dusts on the particles and shit. Oh god, it's for all of its shortcomings, this game is just a fun play. And the shortcomings aren't really that big. It does a pretty good job of making you uneasy. Score available on PS. No, I think it's exclusive to Xbox Series S, X, and PC. I think I think there was a tug of war with it, and I think Microsoft came out on top because that game was really was hyped up ever since it was announced back in like 2014. And when you think about it, like this game has been in development for 8 years. You know, I'm assuming you know H.R. Geiger, the guy who did all the art for the fucking Alien movies. You'll get scored eventually. Once you get your PC, you'll be fine. Uh, oh, okay. I thought I hadn't been there before, but I had. I think that the most fun thing with Scorn, with me, will be to see how far I can take the body horror before I just tap out, because I don't like gore that much. I don't like gross body stuff, but I can also see a labor of love uh, when it's put in front of me. And if it's one thing I would say about Scorn is that the social media guys are on top of their game, or girls. Also, I don't know what the story is or what the soundtrack for Scorn is going to be like, but if it's anything like the announcement trailer, I am so in. Even the soundtrack is kind of gross and disgusting as well. It makes you feel like your skin's itching. Yeah, the body horror connoisseur. H.R. Giger also designed the mic stand for Korn, the band. Jonathan Davis's mic stand. It's kind of like this twisted and contorted female figure with pointy boobs. I feel like I'm hearing another noise, like growling or something. Also, I don't think I've seen this armoire or thing before. Oh, Jesus. That's fucking... Uh, so, okay. We now have rooms turning lights on for themselves. I am quite uncomfortable. Very cool. These are... Oh, look at that. Look at the autofocus on the camera. Come on. Give it up for the guy. Or the team. Whoever worked on this. Just... You gotta give it up to them. Re-downloading Cyberpunk. Gonna finish the game this time in order to catch Cyberpunk error. Yeah, I actually went back to Cyberpunk there last week, um, and there wasn't a whole lot there for me to do because I've done most of the stories and stuff. I haven't. Um, I've beaten the game on my Stray Kid and my Nomad, but I haven't done a Corpo run yet, so I might do that. I haven't watched Edge Runners yet because I want to give the excuse that I have had a busy work contract to do, but that's been over for over a week, so I might watch it this weekend. We'll see. Because apparently it's great. Apparently Edge Runners is actually terrific. There's all these dark corners and there's nothing here, by. There's nothing here. Yeah, I'm glad people are giving Cyberpunk another shot as well because it deserves it. It really does. It's a great game, and outside of its technical faults, there's so much in there. And the problem is that people bought into this hate wagon for the game for so long and held on to it over a year later. And there's no point saying that, oh, Cyberpunk is broken. I have no idea. Okay. Do not move the chairs. Fucking these fucking chairs! This is nice. It's like an STI clinic. Not that I or anyone I know has an STI. Okay, so what I'm learning is that if there's a room that's shrouded in darkness, just fucking walk in and the lights will turn themselves on. Or I'll get horribly mangled and killed. I'm looking forward to this the DLC that's coming for Cyberpunk, like the episodic one or whatever. Yeah, I try to avoid. Oh, here we go. This is the place I've been trying to get to. I saw some frame by frame comparisons for Edge Runners, and apparently, they use a bunch of locations from the game. I don't know about characters. There was a shard or something referencing. I have no idea what this is. A tree. Yeah. Gmod is great for liminal spaces. It really is. Am I supposed to do something here? This is it now. This is where I get killed. But yeah, I think Edge Runners uses a bunch of stuff from the games. Um, I saw, I didn't watch, but I saw people sharing these video essays comparing Edge Runners as a video game adaptation in comparison to, the Paramount Halo show. Something that only adds to the universe, doesn't change that universe. You know what I mean? Now, in some ways, it's kind of apples and oranges. I would never hold an anime series up against a live action unless they were adapting the same thing. Like we can talk about the anime adaptation of Death Note, and we can talk about the live action adaptation of Death Note. But Edge Runners is very different from the Halo series, I think. But yes, it probably did do a better job. The Halo TV show did a horrendous job. It really did. I think that's it. So. That red room had nothing for me. It was fucking boring. I thought there was going to be something scary there or something, but no. Um, I feel like I've seen everything I need to see here. I think maybe with the knowledge I have now about dark rooms, I'll run to a few dark rooms and see how I wager, or see how I fare. Also, I'm pretty sure the two characters in Edge Runners are not featured in the main game. There is like when they put out the DLC, there's a what you call it. There's a shard that references some of the characters, but it's very different. Have any entities chased me yet? No, but right before you joined us, um, there was like a, I don't know if I'm spoiling anything, but there was like a little black spindly thing looking out from over the corner, and I believe that's a reference to the YouTuber Kane Pixels, who did a really good short film on the Backrooms, and he's kind of been building his own kind of cinematic universe or digital universe around the Backrooms since then. So I believe it was that, but no Rebecca Savage. Ah, fuck, I'm back where I started again. Okay, shit. Um, scoring's only at 15%. Is there anything else in my fucking library that I can bring up while I wait for this thing to install? How do I... Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Am I coming through now? Where's my sound gone? Hello? Oh wait, there I am. Okay, so I think you're hearing me now. Okay, great. Um, but I am seeing that there's no desktop audio coming in. So I'm going to see if I can... Wait. Oh, there's desktop audio. Okay. That should be fixed now. So you're going to see me get my shit pushed in. You hear me? Of course it's unavailable. I am downloading a game in fairness. How's Infinite nowadays? Well, I think you can see from this infinite loading screen how bad things are. And do you want to know how bad things are with Infinite right now? Okay, multiplayer, I get it. I'm downloading. I can't, I can't fucking play online because I'm downloading something and streaming. That makes sense to me. That's fine. I'll go into Academy. I'll go into training mode, right? I'll go into a mode that really shouldn't be online because I'm just playing against bots. Because I'm streaming and downloading stuff, I can't even load the training mode. This is Halo Infinite. This is the game that took 6 years to make. Okay, so let's not count our chickens just yet because I still have to load the map. So to catch you up to speed, Maro, on what's happening with Infinite. Like every other online game now, they're doing what you call a battle pass. That'll have 100 tiers, and you can unlock maybe a sixth of the stuff for free just by playing the game, and then you unlock the rest of it by paying something like $10 or some shit, and then you can unlock the rest of it then. And we are 2 seasons down. The first season was 6 months, took 6 months or something, which isn't great. And season 2 started in May, and we were told that there wouldn't be much space between the seasons. And again, I don't care that much about this, but season 3 is coming in March, which is what, 9 months or something. But we're getting some kind of small update next month called Winter Update, 30 tier pass. 30 tier pass. I think it's all free, but we're getting Forge, and that's the big thing. We're getting Forge, we're getting co-op, and we're getting match replay. All shit that should have shipped with the game. And I can understand Forge being pushed out a little bit because they're trying to build the biggest and best Forge that they've ever done. From what I can see of Forge, it's going to be, yes, the best Forge I've ever done. It's going to be everything short of mod tools for Infinite, which is terrific for me. But in terms of match replay and co-op, should have been in the game day one. No reason. And I'm going to assume you're not aware of this, but they said that they were going to work on... Look at this. The fucking practice mode won't even boot up. But in terms of co-op, when Halo 5 came out, Halo 5 released with no split screen. No split screen for multiplayer, no split screen for co-op, no split screen for literally anything. And one of the first things that 343 said is, oh, we'll do split screen on the next Halo 6 or whatever. And what happened was the split screen is on Halo Infinite multiplayer, in fairness, for custom games and stuff. But in terms of co-op, they decided to axe it. So they made the decision that we're just not doing co-op split screen ever. They completely went back on it, and you think that would be the worst thing. What's worse than 343 not delivering on their promises? Well, because so much stuff is broken with Halo Infinite, people have managed to find co-op in Halo Infinite on as far back as the Xbox One. So whatever about the Series S, X, and PC, they've managed to get split screen working on the Xbox One, which is probably the most what's the word I want to say, obsolete version of the game. I have it myself. You can certainly look forward to Forge. I can only imagine hearing Machinima will be better than ever with this version of it. Unfortunately not. Halo Infinite is probably the worst Halo game for Machinima, and I've seen quite a lot of people refute that, and the problem is it's not refutable, because anyone who's tried making Machinima in this game for 5 minutes will tell you that it's like a lot of other parts of Infinite. It's not designed around the player experience, it's just designed around making as much money as possible. So I'll try to describe this in the easiest way I can. The easiest way I could describe this. Oh yeah, so for a game like Halo 3 or Halo Reach, I want to help out someone like Flick. Flick is doing, and this is back in the days of the Xbox 360, yeah? In the days of the Xbox 360, you would, oh, I want to help out Flick with a scene. And Flick would tell me what he needs from a body actor. You know, a body actor being someone who will do some physical performance for you in Halo Reach, alongside their, you know, your character. Oh, I need someone who has recon armor. I need someone who has fucking EVA armor. I need someone who has Hayabusa armor in Halo 3. Well, what you need to do is you need to find someone who's put enough time into the game where they would have that armor unlocked, right? Well, that's fine. You know, Hayabusa armor is easy to get. Recon armor in 3 isn't easy to get. But with MCC, you know, you get all the base Halo 3 armor sets for free. The problem with Halo Infinite is 90% of all the armor sets in this game you must purchase to get. And if they're not in the battle pass, you have to hope that you got them when they rotated into the shop. Because if they didn't, you ain't getting them. And that's why this isn't good. That's what the first reason why this isn't good for Machinima. The coolest armor in the game rotate in and out of the shop, and if you miss them, fuck you. That's what 343 is saying. Next we have the coatings. So the colors that I think I explained this before, but with the color of people's armors, this isn't on some color wheel that you'd have in every Halo prior to this. These are like do you know what I'll do? I'll just fucking show you. I'll show you how bad this is. You're not going to believe how bad this is. Anyone who plays Infinite will know this, but so this is my main guy. You know, so this is a coating, right? So I don't have a color wheel where I can decide what color his primary is, what color his secondary is. All these colors are baked into my Spartan, and I can do absolutely nothing about it. So this is a blue coating, this is a red coating, this is a brown coating, this is a cyan coating, this is a green, and there's no way, if it's just uniform green, I can't go into the detail or anything. That's the way it is. Fuck, did I lose my stream? And these are all the vanilla ones, and the problem is, by the background color, you can see that there's an underlying thing of grey here, it's blue here, it's purple there. You can kind of already tell what's happening here. It's the rarity. And when you see rarity in any video game on a scale of grey to green to blue to purple to orange, you know that there's fucking money going on there. And Halo Infinite wasn't built around the player's experience, it was built around making a load of fucking cash. So all the, and like, in fairness, some of these look cool. Some of them look cool. You know, the textures are nice. But at the same time, you know, was it worth it? Probably not. And I think one of the reasons one excuse or one reason 343 tried to give for this was that, oh, it's giving more more customization options, right? Because we're not, it's not just the color they're doing, it's also the materials of the armor. So you'll see, probably the best example, you'll see that while this armor coating is blue, it has this kind of scuffed metal or scratched metal look on it, but then you'll see something that'll have a kind of a cleaner matte finish like these what I have. So like some of the textures are still there, but it's a much shinier finish. Absolutely fine, really cool. Here's a great example. The HCS ones are all very shiny, and I'm sure I don't know if I think I mentioned the cores, but these are different themed cores. So this is one based off the Halo Reach armor sets, as you could tell. This one's based off like a steampunk kind of neo, I don't know, something style. This is based off their new core for Infinite. Kind of like a step away from the Halo 5 design. Kind of like a return to form, somewhat. This is the Yoroi core, so this is like a feudal Japan kind of thing. which looks fine. I like it, I guess. And then this is the Rakshasa core, which is I think it's like the Spartan 4 one, and it's fine. But the problem, and most people tell you this, is that, oh, let's say, look at these shoulders, it's an elite skull. Oh, fucking awesome, dude. I'm gonna use it on my samurai. Nope. You can only use the shoulders that are for this core. That's it. You are stuck into using only the accessories that are good for these cores. Now, granted, oh, bad example. Is there any guy who has? Okay, well, I'm hiding my emblems and all this. Also, emblems are another big boo boo in this game. It's not like the days of Halo 2 and 3 where you can choose your foreground and your background. You can only choose one emblem, like this, and then you can choose out of like 4 or 5 color palettes. That's your customization for fucking emblems. 6 years in development. 6 years in development, guys. It's just, it's kind of miserable to think about. Now, I want to be pretty open and talk about cross-core, because it was one of the first things that people gave out about when they heard about this dog shit core system. So the visors, visors used to be a thing that were locked into different cores. So this spirit visor used to be exclusively for the Yoroi core. So you used to be able to get that blue visor on this core, and 343 listened for once, and they decided, okay, we're going to open up cores, and obviously the easiest thing to do first would be visors, but they have plans to do more visors. Not more visors, but they plan to open up cross-core further. But obviously it has to make sense. Like, when you look at some of the attachments on this, or the accessories, some accessories you can't put on other helmets. So these deer antlers or whatever, you probably can't put on most cores, you know? Anyway, that's the core system, that's how much it sucks. I don't feel good about having a stream that says fucking Scorn when I'm not streaming Scorn. I know I have like 3 viewers, but I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna let Scorn finish. I'm gonna get some lunch. I'll be right back. Okay? Have a good one.